Welcome to your Successful Leaders Numerology forecast for this coming week. So this week will ask you to create, to express yourself in new ways that you haven't tried before, and to share your wisdom with others, regardless of how it lands. So you know deep inside of you and your intuition that what you are sharing is right. It's the right time to share it. You're sharing it honestly and in integrity. You do that in new and innovative ways, regardless of how other people accept it. So you're not attached to whether people agree with you or not. And in doing that, you align absolutely everything with your values, and you sprinkle in generous amounts of compassion, like over-the-top compassion for yourself and for others. This week asks you to honour yourself and be in integrity always, so that you don't get lost in doing too much for others, because when you do that, it's always at the expense of you. You're always sacrificing yourself. So we're not doing that anymore. And I ask you to know why you are doing whatever you do, whenever you do it. As I've shared before, my clients and many other people use these forecasts to really dial in their week, to dial in and be aware of the energy that the universe is sending to support everyone universally. Okay, and when you do that, you can really sail through the week smoothly and effortlessly and achieve great things. And of course, you supercharge that when you know your personal energy. And as I've said before, reach out to me when you're ready for a personal reading, or pop over to my website, daphnewells.com, go to the Numerology tab and book yourself a reading there. Let's get into the day-to-day specifics for this week. Monday. To succeed, you need to play without expectation, to experiment without being attached to the outcome, the results of your experiment. Remember when we were at school in science classes doing experiments, you always wondered if you were going to get the right results. I remember one time doing an experiment and we were measuring the caffeine levels in tea and coffee. And of course, we'd always been told that coffee contained way too much caffeine, right? What we found in the experiment, my partner and I, was that the tea contained more caffeine than the coffee. Now, we thought we'd got it wrong. Turns out we hadn't. It's just that our bodies use it differently. So we had expected to get the result without realizing it. I was only 15 at the time. Without realizing it, I had expected the results of the experiment to show that coffee contained more caffeine than tea, which is not true. Okay, so we're doing that. We're playing and experimenting without attachment to the results. And amongst all of that, you're being encouraged to wonder, what more is possible? What more? With so many new ideas and possibilities floating around, it is up to you to follow your intuition as to where to focus, so that you can avoid being scattered and spinning, because you don't want that. That's not helpful. It doesn't move you forward. It doesn't move that needle. Tuesday. Success requires you to follow your intuition and stay in momentum. So keep on going. Remember, we're in this 8 energy year, and what does the 8 do? It flows around and around and around, and that's what we're being asked to do, right? And amongst that, you've got to own your own ideas without insisting that others agree with you, and to always be connected to the universal flow of wisdom. Always be connected to your soul, to your intuition. Notice when you are being determined, and when you're being downright stubborn. There is a difference. Communicate your knowing clearly and confidently. Wednesday, being successful requires you to trust your own wisdom and let it flow. Let it flow through you and out to the world. And it requires you to trust yourself to learn as you keep creating and communicating, and to own your own truth without needing others to confirm it for you. Observe when you slip into a learning loop so that you can get out of it smoothly, quickly, and easily. Otherwise, you get stuck in that learning loop. Thursday, successful leaders always ensure that their thoughts, their words, and their intuition are aligned. They say what they mean and they mean what they say, and they follow their intuition. So for you to be successful, you need to do all of that too. Accepting the past without trying to control it leaves you free to create your new future. Free of any entanglements from the past, accepting, okay, we've done that. That is what it is. I'm moving forward. What do I want next? Friday, as a successful business owner, manager, leader, your beliefs change as you grow, as you transform, as you expand. And that requires you to have courageous conversations so that you can communicate those changes with those who need to know about them, and so that you can change your actions to align with those new beliefs. And amongst all of that, you need to get comfortable with creating and experimenting, because guess what? Your success depends upon it. You're not going to be successful by doing the same thing over and over again. That's not what brings success. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And if you're already successful, you're done, right? Saturday, when you are willing to see fresh perspectives, you are no longer trapped by your own beliefs. So you're no longer in that box of this is what I believe, this is what I have to believe, I can't change anything. And you're no longer trapped by them. Your success depends on your ability to create structure and discipline, because structure and discipline create space and freedom for you. Sunday, when your head, your heart, and your soul align, when they all agree, your creativity expands exponentially. For you to be successful, you must have your thoughts and ideas match what your heart desires. You must be willing to be decisive, and you must take responsibility for the consequences of your decisions. So this week is all about creating without attachment, expanding, growing you. Have a fabulous week doing all of that. Have fun with it, play with it, experiment. You never know what will happen when you do.